What's up, guys? Welcome back. Thanks for checking out the channel. Today I'm going to go through my push-pull leg split, which is what I'm using for my pre-contest routine currently. I'm going to go over some of the advantages for me, some of the things that I personally like about it, and some alternatives to the way I'm doing it as well if you wanted to try and maybe set it up in a different way. So before we go on, make sure to please like the video, subscribe to the Andre Roman Fitness channel, and put a comment down below, please, if you have any questions, or just if you want to help out the channel and support me because it helps the algorithm. So anyway, guys, to dive right into it, we're going to look at the split. A lot of you all probably are familiar with the old push-pull leg split. The first day push, as you can imagine, is you're pushing muscles, so your chest, shoulders, and triceps. Pulling muscles, so you're going to be your back, your biceps on your pull day, and then legs, self-explanatory legs. So that's how I like to do it. Pre-contest, which is what I am now, I'm training for a show, so I pretty much am training 6 days a week. So it's push-pull legs, rest. So that's the split that I'm on. So what I'm going to do is take you guys through kind of how I set it up, give you just kind of some of the methodology behind it, and I'll let you see what it looks like. So got my little whiteboard. The first day is my first push day. That's a chest focused push day. So what I like to do that day is typically start out with some type of compound move for chest, like maybe incline barbell, heavy dumbbell press, something like that. Then I'll move into like a shoulder press. It could be a dumbbell, could be a machine, maybe Smith machine, kind of depends on how I'm feeling like that day. And then I'll do some kind of, usually a heavier tricep movement, like maybe close grip bench press, or tricep extensions on a slight incline, something like that. And then I'll, continue on through my workout and just kind of mix in some more chest, some more shoulders, some more tricep until I've got enough work in. The key for me, kind of when I'm doing the push-pull leg, because I am training every body part twice a week, is to get enough volume and enough intensity in each workout, but not overtraining. So to give you an example, on that first push day, I might do maybe 10 good working sets of chest, maybe 7 or 8 working sets of shoulders, and maybe 8 or 10 working sets of triceps. So that's kind of, and then I'll train it again, 3 days later. So that's enough to stimulate it, but doesn't keep me sore for like a week. So it's kind of a good amount of volume. Finding what works for you is key to this program. So second day is a pull day, back and biceps. My first pull day is more of a width focused pull day, so I'll focus more on like different types of pull down stuff for my upper back more, primarily. I also do train my rear delts on my pull day as well. So typical, width focused pull day might be something I might start out with, say, wide grip pull downs, might even throw in some pull ups and maybe even a couple sets of weighted pull ups depending on how I'm feeling that day. Mixing in, some rowing as well, but more, focused on, pull downs and upper back stuff, some high rows, things like that. Working my rear delts and also, doing biceps. So typical pull day this time might be 10 or so working sets on back, maybe 12, and another, 8 to 10, good working sets of biceps. So the third day is going to be our leg day, and the first leg day is a hamstring focused leg day. And so what does that look like exactly? This is the first time I've actually ever split my legs up where I'm doing some days focused primarily on hamstrings. So I wanted to, try to improve those. So the first day I start out with hamstrings on that hamstring focused leg day. And I'll do some type of a heavier movement that day for hamstrings, maybe like Romanian deadlifts typically is what I've been going to recently. And it's been working pretty well. I may get 10 or 12 good working sets of hamstrings that day, and then I'll work in some quads, typically more higher volume and a little bit higher rep quads on that day. So I might do some Bulgarian split squats with dumbbells. I might do some lunges, leg extensions, maybe some high rep hack squats, stuff like that. Maybe get another 8 to 10 working sets of quads. And I'll do calves that day as well. I'll do other 4 or 5 good working sets of calves. Typically with calves, what I do is I alternate. One leg workout I'll do seated calf raises, the next workout I'll do standing calf raises. So, or I'll do them on the leg press machine. So it's kind of alternating there. So that's what goes. That's how I do that. Next day is going to be my shoulder focused push day. So on that day, we usually start out with the shoulder workouts, or shoulder movements. So I might do heavy overhead, shoulder press on the Smith machine. I might do dumbbells, kind of depends what I'm feeling like, but that's usually what I'll go to first. Then I'll come back with chest second. Something I like to do here is actually like to do bench press on this day, because what I found for me is when I do bench, as like a second or third movement into my workout, once my shoulders and everything are already kind of warmed up, I will get more activation, actually feel my chest more specifically better, as opposed to getting a lot of my rear delts involved in it as well. So I found to get pretty good results. Obviously, you're not going to be able to do as much weight as you normally would if you're doing bench first, but give that a try sometime. You know, actually, I found to get some pretty good results for chest specifically doing it like that. So, and that's sometimes I might do, you know, a machine press or a dumbbell press for chest. It just depends. And then a shoulder, and then a tricep movement after that, you know, similar to what I did the first time. And then we'll start to just kind of mix it up again. The volume is typical, kind of similar to the first day, except there's going to be a couple extra sets for shoulders versus chest, since this is a shoulder focused workout. The next day is going to be our thickness focused back and bicep day. So what I mean by that is we're working on stuff do more rows. Like sometimes we'll throw in some heavy T-bar rows or bent over barbell rows. We will even also do some rack pulls on this day a lot of times as a finisher. So just stuff to kind of thicken the back there. And then biceps again. So similar to the first back day, we might get, you know, 10 or 12 good working sets of back, and then, you know, 8 or 10 good working sets of biceps. And then the sixth day, our last day before we rest, is the quad focused leg day. So that day we will start with quads. So that's usually where I will do, you know, and something I like to do is warm up, or not even really warm up, but my first exercise being like leg extensions or something, to kind of really get some blood going in my quads and get my knees warmed up and ready to go. And then from there I'll move on to something like squats, hack squats, heavier leg press, something like that. You know, work through that workout. I won't throw in like Romanian deadlifts that day, since I've usually done some kind of deadlift the day before, and I did RDLs earlier in the week. So my hamstring work that day is typically like, you know, seated and lying leg curls for the most part. Yeah, so I'll probably get 10 or 12 good working sets of quads and 8 or 10 on hamstrings and 4 to 5 sets on calves. So that's pretty much it. And then Sunday we rest. That 7th day we take off to rest and recover, because by at that 5th and 6th day, that Friday, where you're doing some kind of deadlift, following it up by your heavy legs the next day, heavy quad day, you're pretty beat. So I usually need that Sunday to rest, and I'm feeling good when I get back in the gym on Monday. So that's kind of what the split overall looks like. In terms of abs, I train my abs. Right now I'm doing cardio in the morning, and so I usually like 2 days, sometimes 3 days a week, I'll throw in abs just right after my cardio. And it's pretty simple. I'll go through, just take a little ab circuit. It takes like 5 minutes or less, and that's what I do for abs pre-contest. So there you have it, folks. That's kind of what the split looks like. It's you know, I felt like it's a pretty good amount of volume for me. One of the main things I like about it a lot is that it minimizes the days that I'm actually doing pressing or doing pulling. So only 2 days a week I'm able to get all my pressing movements in on, you know, those 2 days. So it does, you know, save a little bit of wear and tear on my elbows, on my, you know, my shoulder joints, my elbows, my wrists, all that stuff, right? So trying to keep an eye on that, you know, in addition to obviously maximizing my gains, but also want to, you know, kind of keep an eye towards the future and longevity as well. So that's kind of one of the big advantages that I have, especially at this point in the game for me, doing it that way. So it does kind of cut down on some of the wear and tear for me. And I'm also able to kind of help focus on some of my weak points and incorporate a, you know, good variety of different exercises into my plan that way. A couple of alternatives depending on your goals or kind of your fitness level, how quickly you recover. I do tend to recover pretty quickly. Depending on yourself, a good alternative is to go 3 on 1 off, 3 on 1 off. So you're not always training the same day each week, but it gives you a little bit extra rest. So you're basically training each body part once every 4 days. Another alternative too, especially during the off season, if you're really trying to gain mass and you want to maximize your rest time, is to do something like this, like do like a 2 on 1 off, 1 on 1 off. And that way you're basically training each body part once every 5 days. And that could be good as well if you want to go really heavy, to make sure you're getting enough rest and you're maximizing your growth. So that's, you know, a couple of alternatives you might want to take a look at. But in any case, you know, I've done a lot of different workout splits before. I've gotten good results from a lot of things. So this is, you know, by no means the only thing that works. You know, it's something that works well for me that I've found, especially when I'm training for a show. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please, again, if you have any questions, comments, leave them down below in the comments section. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that subscribe button. So if you like the content, you'll make sure that you get notified when I drop a new video. So have a great day, y'all. Again, thanks a lot. And until next time, I'm out.